What's up, guys? Good afternoon. How's it going? We're at the farm right now, and we're gonna look at the auger here. This could be the first project we're working on for the model farm, and it's kind of out of order, but I kind of got excited about it, and I think it'd be a cool project to work on. So here we are. I showed you the picture the other day of kind of some of the ideas I had to build, of what to build. So it's Westfield auger. Just show you some of the details here. We got to build this framework, the auger, electric motor with the belts, and the drive shaft and everything up to the top. And then eventually we'll be building some conveyors like this. So, as you can see over here, there's actually a floor in the bin, about right there. And when you crank that, it opens it up, and then it runs out the auger on this little conveyor belt into the tub, and then out into the truck or whatever. So that's what we're working on tonight. So let's go home and get started on it. Alright guys, so that's what we're working on today. I'm gonna film most of the process of doing it, so it might take a few days in real time, but it's all gonna be one video. So let's get started. Okay, so for the frame with the axle on it, I went and picked some little brass pipe up. I had this pipe here laying around. I thought it was a decent size for that auger. So we're going with brass, and we're going to see how soldering it goes. I haven't done anything like this in a while, so not sure if that's going to work out. And then I got some of this piano wire, which is for the next project. I think we'll be building some gates for the pens. Alright guys, so I went ahead and cut a section of pipe for the auger that I thought would be decent, and then we made the little spout for the end, as you saw in the video. That'll go right on here, and it won't sit on there straight perfectly, which is what the real one's like. It's just kind of on a little bit of an angle, and that's about the angle that'll be sitting on. We'll build a frame off of that. We're going to try soldering this little end on here, and then we'll work on building the frame. Alright, so we're going for attempt 2 here. Didn't quite work exactly how I thought. I thought it might fill in the gap a little more. It's kind of spread out. But it did not at all. So this time I think we're going to try to get some solder on the inside. Alright, all it took was a little bit of flux. I didn't realize how important this stuff was, but it wasn't taken from the outside, so what I did was put it from the inside, and then heated it up, and it kind of spread out through that gap. So got that. Now we can work on the A-frame. Alright, so next we're going to do this here frame. Basically 2 A-frames connected to an axle. This is where it helps to never get rid of anything. I don't really think I knew what use I'd have for this little axle and wheels with the rim, but we'll use that. I think I'm going to put this here as the axle, because if you look on there, it's pretty much the same size as the rest of the pipe, and this just looks a little bit small. So we'll replace that with this, and then we'll solder up a little frame here. Alright, it was a process, but we got that mocked up here. We're going to probably burn some tape in the process when soldering that. So we're doing this bottom one first, and then we'll do the other one. So yeah, this tape method is not working great, which would seem like common sense, because when you get stuff hot, I would assume it doesn't want to sit there on it anymore. The stickiness goes away, but I had to give it a shot. I guess it's just staying just good enough to not move too much, but we'll be pretty lucky here if this works. Alright, so here's that frame completed. I had to drill this tube out. It's kind of small to fit these little axles in here. I just put a little bit in each end. Then we'll tires will go right on there just like that. So this is the part that sits like that. Auger sits in it, and then we have to build the other upper section. It'll actually be a little lower on it like this, but it doesn't stay right now. So now we've got to do this little electric motor and gearbox and belt. And it's got that little housing over it. So I traced a couple circles here. We've got that. I think we're going to mount it to the top of this with that little plate there. It's not quite accurate, but it'll just be easier. I don't really have much to use for that. Alright guys, it's a little late. It's around 1:15 in the morning, but when I get going on something like this, it's hard to stop. So we built the little electric motor. This is the end on here, that yellow piece. That's going to go on the end of the auger. And then we have the braces for the drive shaft, which comes from the electric motor where that's mounted. Also mounted that on there. And then that drive shaft goes up to a gearbox, which is what spins the actual auger from the top. So, alright, we'll pick it up another day here. Alright guys, just want to mention quick, there's probably a lot of new people because I haven't been uploading videos in so long. So make sure you're subscribed. And to the subscribers I've had from the past 10 years over that, I really appreciate you sticking around and coming back. I got the best comment on the last video the other day. The guy said, "Glad to see you're posting videos again, and also glad you got a haircut." So I thought that was probably the best comment I've ever gotten. And I agree. You know, you don't realize how bad something is till you cut it off. Probably should have done it sooner, but I've had it cut for a few years now, but I just haven't been making videos. So appreciate all the new people, and especially the people who stuck around for this new series of videos. This whole farming series with all this little stuff I gotta build. There should be a lot of videos coming, so let's get back at it. Alrighty guys, check it out. Getting a little closer. Next step is probably paint. Then we can add my little motor that I built here. Paint that up black. And then the cover on top of the PTO or the drive shaft, whatever. Alright, primed up, ready for paint. Alright, yellow's done. I think we're going to spray the red also. But up here where it meets, I think I'm just going to tape it off kind of close. And then brush that little last section because that's going to be hard to tape off. So, okay, I'm going to call it done here. I got it all painted up. I don't think anybody makes decals for it, and I'm not very good at making them on the printer paper, so we're just going to call her good. Got all the little details on it. Motor, this little shield for the drive shaft going up to the top. That was a challenge trying to find something to make that out of, but as you can see, it's made basically out of real thick tin foil. Found some laying around and shaped it to a little curve there, and it turned out good. So the other thing, I wish the rims weren't black on the real one, but they are, so we got to model that. This was a pretty new auger, and it's all shiny still, so rims I made sure they were shiny in comparison to the tires, and it's about as good looking as it'll get. Alright guys, that concludes the first project done for the HO scale farm build. Yes, it was a lot of work to scratch build the HO scale auger, but it's little details like this that'll set this scene apart. from anybody else's layout. You can't go and buy an auger like that, and it's something specific to the farm that I'm modeling. So yes, it was worth it, and there's gonna be a whole bunch of little details like that on this whole scene, so it's gonna really set it apart from anything else, and it's a lot of fun to build. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time watching it. So really appreciate all the viewers I've had so far, subscribers and everything, and if you enjoyed it, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it, and we should have more coming soon. Thanks for watching.